Imagine, for a second, that you hold the fate of an entire empire in your hands. But your greatest battle? It's not on some distant frontier. It's fought right inside your own head. Today, we're going to delve into the mind of a man who lived that reality, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. He was a philosopher king who wasn't trying to conquer the world, but something much, much harder, himself. So that brings us to this incredible question, right? How did arguably the most powerful man in the world, a guy facing constant war, plague, even betrayal, how did he find any kind of tranquility? Well, his answer, which he worked out almost 2,000 years ago, is an unbelievably powerful guide for, navigating the chaos in our own lives. Now, to really get what he was talking about, you have to understand the kind of pressure he was under. I mean, this wasn't some philosophy cooked up in a quiet library somewhere. Nope. This was a survival guide forged in the absolute fires of a crumbling empire. I mean, just think about the sheer weight of his world. You've got near constant war on the borders. You have betrayal from his most trusted general. Can you imagine? Then there's the daily temptation that comes with absolute power. And on top of all that, he had poor health. He dealt with personal loss, all while facing what he called this weariness of just having to deal with petty, self-centered people day in and day out. So, faced with all of that chaos, he made a really pivotal choice. He realized, you know what? I can't actually master the world around me. It's impossible. The only thing I can truly master is the world within me. That was the one and only domain he could ever truly command. And this brings us to the first pillar of his entire practice. It's a pretty radical idea, actually. Our ultimate power isn't out there in the world, it's internal. It's the power that every single one of us has over our own mind. Okay, so at the heart of this is a really simple but profound tool. It's called the dichotomy of control. All it is really is drawing a clear line in the sand. It's like you have two boxes. In one box, you put the things you can actually control. In the other, you put, well, everything else. And the whole goal for a Stoic is to pour 100% of your energy into that first box and learn to accept what's in the second one with, a bit of grace. He put it this way: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This one idea, it's the absolute cornerstone of Stoic practice. And look, this isn't about being passive or not caring, not at all. It's about recognizing that our real strength comes from mastering our reactions, our judgments, our responses. That's where our power truly is. All right, let's make this super concrete. We can't control what other people do, right? Or the weather, or fame, sickness, even death. Think about something simple, like a really frustrating traffic jam. You have zero control over the cars in front of you, but you absolutely can control your judgment about it. You can control whether you see it as a total catastrophe. You can control your intention to just stay calm, and you can control your response, choosing to take a deep breath instead of slamming on the horn. That space right there, that's what the Stoics called your inner citadel. It's a fortress that nothing and no one can ever break into. But wait, this idea then builds into something even more powerful. So if we control our responses, what happens when we face a real crisis, a genuine obstacle? Well, for Marcus, the answer was, honestly, it was revolutionary. He says, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Just think about that for a second. He's saying that the obstacle itself isn't the end of the road, it is the road. The very thing that's blocking your path actually becomes the new path forward. It's like this incredible act of mental alchemy, turning poison into medicine. So here's how that works in practice. Step 1, an obstacle appears. A setback, a failure, whatever. Step 2, your rational mind gets to work. It doesn't complain, it doesn't despair, it adapts. It asks, okay, how can I use this? What new opportunity just opened up? And then step 3, that obstacle becomes the new path forward. It's converted into fuel. The problem itself becomes the raw material for the solution. But, this kind of mental resilience isn't just about finding your own personal peace. It actually serves a much higher purpose. For Marcus, and for all of the Stoics, the ultimate goal of having a rational mind was to live a good life, a life of virtue. And they had these 4 cardinal virtues that were like the non-negotiable pillars of a good life. First, there's wisdom, which is really just about seeing things clearly for what they are. Then justice, acting with fairness to everyone. Temperance, that's about self-control and mastering your impulses. And finally, courage, the strength to do what's right, especially when it's hard. For Marcus, these 4 things, that was the true measure of a person. And this leads to maybe his most direct and powerful command of all. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." For him, philosophy was never some academic debate. It was a daily practice. It wasn't about theories, it was all about action. The goal was never to just define goodness, it was to be good. So that makes you wonder, right? Why do these words, written by an emperor in a cold military tent on the edge of the Roman Empire, why do they still hit so hard today? Well, the answer really lies in where they came from. The thing is, the book we call Meditations, it was never meant to be a book. It wasn't written for you or me. It was his private journal. Just a collection of personal notes, reminders, and exercises he wrote to himself to try and stay on the right path. And that's what gives it this incredible authenticity. We're literally reading the private thoughts of a powerful man struggling, just like us, to be a good person. And that raw, unfiltered honesty is exactly why this philosophy has stuck around for so long. I mean, think about it. For centuries, people facing incredible responsibility have turned to this emperor's private diary for strength. From ancient statesmen all the way to modern leaders like General James Mattis, who literally carried it with him onto the battlefield, or former President Bill Clinton, who reportedly reads it every single year. And ultimately, Marcus grounds his entire philosophy in one stark but weirdly liberating reality. He said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Now, that's not supposed to be morbid. It's supposed to be motivational. See, remembering that our time is limited has a way of clarifying what really matters. It forces you to ask the important questions. Is this anger I'm feeling useful? Is this argument really necessary? Am I living the way I want to? Right now, in this moment. So the final takeaway here is pretty simple. Stoicism isn't something you just know, it's something you do. The real value in all this ancient wisdom is found not just in reading the words, but in trying to live them. Carry this wisdom into your daily practice. And maybe let that final thought from Marcus echo a bit. Knowing you could leave life right now, what truly matters in your very next action?